I never did a single thing, but did a single thing to change the ugly ways of the world. I didn't know it felt so right inside, I didn't know it all. I opened up the curtains, I heard sirens there, the lights flash and brawl. But I did it justice, I just did it for us all, you know.
I Did It was released on Napster, the controversial website that allows fans to swap and download music for free. Some major groups like Metallica have sued on the grounds their product is being given away without compensation.
Here I go now.
Dave Matthews refuses to join their cause.
People came to us to bring to our attention, you know, what was happening with Napster, saying, do you want to jump on one side or the other? What I think, it never was a fight of mine, not for a moment. The first thing is the most obvious is that this band is incredibly successful and that I am making one hell of a living. And like now I'm going to start running around campuses going, hey, hey, what are you, hey, that's mine. And if you want it, you better pay me for it. You know, what kind of little grub am I at that point? It changes my whole perspective on the world.
But the point is that you put it on Napster because the technology is here, it's going to happen. And I better join forces with it. I better be part of it rather than trying to say, stop the world, you can't go any further here, when you know if you take that point of view, it'll roll right over you.
Yeah, you just look stupid. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand. I totally understand. And I have a lot of friends who disagree with me on this. I absolutely understand the idea that an artist who makes, someone who paints a beautiful painting, that's the idea that it be, you know, as soon as he gets it done, it gets ripped out of his hands and, you know, and is public domain without any compensation is essentially wrong. If someone works at anything, you get paid. I'm overpaid as it is, but so I'm not going to complain about anything like that. But so I understand that point of view. But I also think that in certain situations, you have to understand that what you're going to have to do is adapt yourself to the future.
Cool, so whenever they're ready, I'm ready. Whenever y'all ready, I'm ready. Okay.
When the world ends.
Longest song on this album is what?
Oh, I think there's one that's approaching 5 minutes, but most of them are under 4 minutes. I mean, but to me, the model is always Chekhov, who could say more in one paragraph than most lesser writers could say in a novel. And the kind of density that's involved with that kind of storytelling, both lyrically and musically, I think it was, for me, is always the goal of the economy of what you say. I think can lend more power to it than overstating it.
Is it more commercial in your judgment than other things you've done?
I think some of it is. I think some of it's more commercial than what we've done. I didn't write this album for commercial reasons, you know. But there are songs that are catchy, which I think is sort of what is, in a sense, commercial. But I don't think we've compromised complexity or being musically adventurous.
Yeah, but these lyrics were the lyrics you've been thinking about, and this music happened to fit the lyrics, or did you go to the lyrics only after?
Really, only
you created the music.
Really, I only went to the lyrics afterwards. There's one song, When the World Ends. A friend of mine had a poem that they used to, that had that line in it, and I just liked that one line. So, When the World Ends, and then I went downstairs and just sang When the World Ends, and then I just come up with something. You know?
When the world ends, you're gonna come with me. We're gonna be crazy like a river bends. We're gonna float through the crisscross of the mountains, watch them fade to nothing. When the world ends, you know.
And then when every time I was at a loss for words, I'd say, when the world ends, and then I'd say something else, and then I'd go back to it. When the world ends, this is what's going to happen.
When the world ends, we'll be burning one. When the world ends,
And that relief of not having any rules around about when the world ends. What do I say now? Just when the world ends, just come up with it.
Fade away, and the world's done. Ours just begun. It's done. Ours just begun. We're gonna dive into the emptiness. We'll be swimming.
When the world ends, we'll be making love. That kind of thing, you know? As opposed to when the world ends, I'll be lying in a dick with flies buzzing around my eyes. I hope.
Indeed, Matthew's recent marriage to his longtime girlfriend, the arrival of Glenn Ballard, and the new surroundings in Hollywood finds the band rejuvenated and optimistic.
I think these songs we've done have been like the best songs we've ever recorded, I think.
The best songs, Carter, you've ever recorded?
I think so. I think so. Number one, because we not only are treated as a good band, but we're being treated as good musicians. And I think that's probably the most important thing for us, because for so long, you know, just playing stuff by ear. We got charts with this one, baby.
And how does that make you feel?
Professional. Makes me feel like a professional.
As professional musicians?
Professional musicians, yeah. And I think that makes us want to continue to move forward and write professional sounding tunes and not the sophomoric kind of stuff that, you know, we started out, you know, the garage sounding sound that we had in the early days.
Every Day will be released on February 27th. What do you hope it does in the fullest expression of your hopes and dreams and aspirations of what this album does?
Well, I mean, as a writer, I love praise. So, you know, I'm easily bought with praise. I hope people love this record, but I also hope that its intention, which is, I think, more honorable than anything I've done before, and I hope that it manages to get past people's cynicisms about
Change.
About change, about how earnest it is in some ways.
You have always resisted the notion that somehow Dave Matthews Band was a new Grateful Dead, because you looked at the sources that influenced you and each member of the band and said the whole variety of people had influenced who we are musically. Some of the people who anticipate this CD are going to say, am I going to still see what I loved about Dave Matthews Band in this CD?
I think those people will hear that amplified. I think
bigger and better.
Yeah, I think
lighter, brighter, more aggressive, more.
Yeah, I think everyone's playing this. I think Stefan sounds exceptional on this. I think Boyd is playing counter melodies and doing things that he's done on occasion in some songs.
People say things like breakthrough. I don't know what that means. I mean, you're doing quite well on tour.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, this could be the big one. I was like, well, which one wasn't the big one?
Exactly.
You know,
But you and I, we've been through all that. Yes, we have. This is not a face.
Does it get any easier?
There's certain things that have gotten easier with time. Our travel conditions, you know, it's not 12 of us in a 15-passenger van.
You weren't renting the top floor of the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco.
Exactly. Like,